Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to discuss previous year question. So before you start solving previous year questions, first you need to know the question paper pattern. So this is the question paper pattern for mathematics paper. So the question paper consists of two parts, part A and part B. So in part A, you are going to have three sections, section 1, section 2 and section 3. So among each section there are going to have different types of questions and each question carries of different types of marks. Let us look into it. So in section 1 you need to answer all the questions and it consists of 7 questions. Total number of questions present in section 1 is 7 and each question carries 1 mark. So the total marks of section 1 is 7 into 1, that is 7 marks. Now for section 2 you need to answer all the questions and section 2 consists of 6 questions and each question in section 2 is of 2 marks. So the total marks for section 2 is 6 into 2, that is nothing but 12 marks. Now in section 3, it is very important section. You need to answer all the questions and there will be 8 questions. So in that you need to choose 4. It means that for every question they are going to give A and B options. So you need to choose one among A and B for every question. So when you choose from these questions, so you need to answer 4 questions. So 4 marks for each question. You need to write 4 questions and for 4 questions each one carries of 4 marks. So the total number of marks for section 3 is 4 into 4, which is nothing but 16 marks. So the total marks can be 7 plus 12 plus 16, which is nothing but 35 marks. 35 marks for part A. Now for part B. Now in part B, there will be a MCQs and fill in the blanks types of questions. You need to write the answers in the question paper itself and attach the question paper to the answer book. It is going to be of 5 marks. So total question paper is 35 plus 5, which is nothing but 40 marks question paper of paper 1 and paper 2 is of another 40 marks. Now I am going to solve mathematics paper 1 of 2019 year, previous year paper. So coming to the first section, that is section 1, the first question is, if A equal to X, where X is a factor of 24, then find N of A. And this question carries 1 mark. So now what is A? A is a factor of 24. A is nothing but X, where X is a factor of 24. So what are the factors of 24? The factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 6, 12 and 24. If you don't know how to find factors, I am going to explain it now. So here you need to consider the factors of 24. So you need to multiply. This is for the people who don't know how to find the factors. So 1 into 24 is 24. So 2 into 12 is 24. 3 into 8 is 24. 4 into 6 is 24. And again we are going to repeat. So like 8 into 3, so on. So you need to choose all the numbers, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. These are the factors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 6, 12 and 24 are the factors of 24. So what is N of A? N of A is nothing but number of elements. Present in set A. So number of elements present in set A. You need to count how many elements are present in set A. So when you count, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So N of A is nothing but 8. So this is the final answer. The final answer is, therefore N of A is 8. Now moving on to the second question of section 1, that is find the HCF of 24 and 33 by using division algorithm. We need to find HCF of 24 and 33 using the division algorithm. So what is the division algorithm? We know that the division algorithm is A equal to BQ plus R, where 0 less than or equal to r less than b. This is the division algorithm. So using this algorithm, we need to find HCF of 24 and 33. So let us consider A as 33 and B as 24. Why only A as 33 and B as 24? Why not A as 24 and B as 33? Because you always choose a value which is greater among both. So among 33 and 24, 33 is greater. So consider A value as 33. Always remember A should be greater than B. So among these two, A is 33 because it is the greatest one. So apply these A and B values to this algorithm. So when I substitute, I get 33 equal to 24 into Q plus R. See here, in place of A, I replaced with 33 and in place of B, I replaced with 24. So when you observe these two, wherever A is present, I replaced with 33. Wherever B is present, I replaced with 24. And we don't know the values of Q and R, so I kept as it is. So 0 is less than or equal to R less than what is the value of B. So this is the division algorithm. Now, after writing the division algorithm, you need to find the values of Q and R. Now, how can you find the values of Q and R? When you divide both of them. So this should be done in the rough work only. Remember, this work should be done in the rough work. So when I divide 33 and 24, I get 24 once 24 and the remainder is 9. So consider this value as Q and this value as R. Remember, the quotient should be Q and the remainder should be R. So now after dividing, we get the Q and R values as Q equal to 1 and R equal to 9. These are the values which we got after dividing 33 and 24. So now when we substitute Q and R here, we get the equation as 33 equal to 24 into 1 plus 9. Now we need to repeat the process until and unless we get R value is equal to 0. So here R value is 9. So we need to repeat the process again. We need to repeat the process again for these two numbers, that is for 24 and 9. Whatever it is present in the place of B and whatever it is present in the place of R, we need to repeat the process again for B comma R, that is for 24 and 9. So when we repeat, we need to choose again A and B values. So here among 24 and 9, 24 is greater. So A equal to 24 and B equal to 9. So apply the division algorithm again. When I apply the division algorithm, that is this, A equal to BQ plus R, then I get the equation as 24 equal to 9 into Q plus R, where 0 less than or equal to R less than 9. So this is the equation I got when I substitute A equal to 24 and B equal to 9. Now to get the values of Q and R, you need to divide 24 and 9. So when I divide 24 and 9, you need to divide it in rough work. So when I divide it, I get 9 to 18 and the remainder is 6. So the quotient is 2 and the remainder is 6. So here the quotient value is 2 and the remainder value is 6. So now these are the things which we got on calculation, that is Q equal to 2 and R equal to 6. Now when I substitute in the equation again, 24 equal to 9 into 2 plus 6. So here after replacing Q and R values, you need to check the value of R. So here the value of R is 6, which is not equal to 0, So we need to repeat again the process for 9 and 6. That is, whatever it is present in the place of B and R, you need to apply again. So apply the division algorithm for 9 and 6. So when we choose A as 9 and B as 6. So apply division algorithm again for 9 and 6. So when I apply, I get 9 equal to 6 into Q plus R. This is the equation I got when I apply division algorithm for 9 and 6. So to get values of Q and R, you need to divide 9 and 6. So this should be done in the rough work only. When I divide 6 and 9, I get 6 1 6 and the remainder is 3. So this is R, this is Q. q is 1 and r is 3. So q equal to 1 and r equal to 3. Now replace these q and r values in the equation here again. 9 equal to 6 into 1 plus 3. Okay. Now here you need to check again the value of r. Here the value of r is 3, which is not equal to 0. So apply division lemma again for 6 and 3. Okay, again apply the division lemma for 6 and 3. So when I apply, I get a as 6 and b as 3. Now 6 equal to 3 into q plus r. So to get the values of q and r, you need to divide them both. So 3 into 6, 3 2s are 6, so 0. Now q is 2 and r is 0. See here, q is 2 and r is 0. Now q equal to 2 and r equal to 0. Now substitute in this equation again. 6 equal to 3 into 2 plus 0. This is the equation I got. When you check for r, it is nothing but 0. So you need to stop the process. So the HCF value is 3. That is whatever it is present in the place of b. When you substitute the division algorithm here, you get b into q plus r, a equal to b into q plus r. So whatever it is present in the place of b, it is the HCF. So HCF is equals to 3. You need to stop until you get the r value as 0. So here I got r value as 0. So I am checking for HCF, which is nothing but 3. Now let me recap what I have explained till now. So the question is, we need to find HCF of 24 and 33 using division algorithm. So here I have written the division algorithm: a equal to bq plus r, where 0 less than or equal to r less than b. Now we need to choose a and b values among 24 and 33. 33 is the greatest, so a value is 33 and b value is 24. Now apply, substitute a and b values in the division algorithm. So when I substitute, I get the equation as like this. So now to get the values of q and r, we don't know the values of q and r, so we need to find. So to get the values of q and r, we need to divide 33 and 24. So in the rough work, when I divide 24 by 33 and I get quotient as 1 and remainder as 9. R is 9 and q is 1. So same thing I replaced here. Now after getting q and r values, I need to replace it in the above equation. So 33 equal to 24 into 1 plus 9. I substituted here. So after substituting, we need to check the value of r. Here r value is 9, so which is not equal to 0. So we need to apply division algorithm for 24 and 9. We need to apply this process until and unless we get r value as 0. So for 24 and 9, we need to apply the division algorithm again. So when I apply, I get the equation as 24 equal to 9q plus r, where 0 less than or equal to r less than 9. So now to get the values of q and r, I need to divide them. So 9, when I divide with 24, I get 2 as quotient and 6 as remainder. So q equal to 2 and r equal to 6. Now after getting q and r values, we need to check the value of r. Here r is 6, which is nothing but it is not equal to 0. So we need to repeat the process again for 9 and 6. Repeat the process for 9 and 6. So when I substitute in the division algorithm, and I got the values of q and r as 1 and 3. So here 3 is not equal to 0. So we need to repeat the process again for 6 and 3. So when I repeat the process, I get q value as 2 and r value as 0. Here r is 0. So we need to stop the process here and we need to decide what is HCF. HCF is nothing but whatever it is present in the place of b. So here the final answer is HCF is nothing but 3. This is the final answer. So moving on to the third question. The question is, Radha says 1, 1, 1 so on are in AP and also in GP. Do you agree with Radha? Give reason. Yes, I agree with Radha because the series is 1, 1, 1 so on. So 1, 1, 1 so on, etc. Now what is the condition for AP? If a series is in AP, then its common difference common difference is equal. So here for the series 1 comma 1 comma 1 so on, when I subtract a2 minus a1, that is when I subtract 1 minus 1, it is 0. So when I take these two values, these two terms, the common difference is 0. When I take these two, the common difference is 0. When I take these two, the common difference is 0, and so on. Repeat the again. So here it is, the series is in AP. Now coming to GP, the condition for GP is common ratios should be equal. Common ratio should be equal. So when I take here R1 equal to A2 by A1, which is nothing but 1 by 1, it is equal to 1. So when I take these two terms, the common ratio is 1. When I take these two terms, the common ratio is 1. When I take these two terms, the common ratio is 1, and so on. So the series 1 comma 1 comma 1 so on is in AP as well as in G. Now moving on to the fourth question. The question is, if P of x is equal to x power 4 plus 1, x power 4 plus 1, then find P of 2 minus P of minus 2. So we need to find P of 2 minus P of minus 2. So first, the given equation is P of x equal to x power 4 plus 1. This is the given equation. Now, in order to find P of 2 minus P of minus 2, first you need to find what is P of 2. Then next you need to find what is P of minus 2. Then you subtract whatever you got for P of 2 and whatever you got for P of minus 2. So for this, first substitute P of 2. P of 2 equal to, here P of x is x power 4 plus 1. Now for P of 2, whatever it is present in the place of x, replace with 2. So now P of 2 equal to 2 power 4 plus 1. That equal to, what is 2 power 4? It is 16. 16 plus 1, which is nothing but 17. 2 power 4 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, which is nothing but 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16. So 16 plus 1, which is nothing but 17 for P of 2. Now for P of minus 2, which is nothing but minus 2 power 4 plus 1. So what is minus 2 power 4? It is also 16. 16 plus 1 is nothing but 17. If you don't know how to find P power directly, then you need to check like this. 2 power 4 minus 2 power 4, which is nothing but minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2, which is nothing but 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16. Now coming to the signs, minus into minus, it is plus. Now when we multiply these two, we get the sign as plus. Now plus into minus, it is nothing but minus. Now minus into minus, again it becomes plus. So minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus, minus into minus plus. So plus 16. 16 plus 1 is nothing but 17. So the value of P of 2 is 17 and value of P of minus 2 is 17. So what we need to find? We need to find P of 2 minus P of minus 2. So which is nothing but, what is P of 2? It is 17, which we got here. And what is P of minus 2? P of minus 2 is also 17. So 17. 17 minus 17 is 0. So the final answer is 0. When I substituted P of 2, I got 17, and P of minus 2, I got 17. So when I subtract them both, I get 0 as the answer. The fifth question is, find the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. You need to find the roots for the quadratic equation. So the given quadratic equation is x square plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. You need to find the roots of them. So one method is using the formula, and another method is you taking the common factors. So here x square plus, and now for 3 you need to take the factors, that is 1 into 3 is 3, 3 into 1 is 3. So among these 3, on addition or on subtraction, we need to get 2. So here this is the correct one. So among these 3 plus 3x minus x minus 3 equal to 0. Here 3x minus x is 2x, and for 3 it is positive, so you get positive symbol. Now this is the equation I got. Whatever you do in the below steps, you need to reach the above step. So now taking x common here. When I take x common, the remaining is x plus 3. Now here, from here I take minus 1 as common. So when I take minus 1 as common, I get x plus 3. Because minus 1 into x is minus x, minus 1 plus 3 is minus 3. Minus 1 into plus 3 is minus 3. So whatever you do here, you need to get the above step here. Now see, x into x is x square, x into 3 is 3x. So I got this. Now minus 1 into x is minus x, minus 1 into 3 is minus 3. So this is the one. Now among these one, x plus 3 is common. So when I take x plus 3 as common, the other side is x minus 1. So this is the equation I got. Now from this, how to find the roots? Now x plus 3 is equals to 0. Substitute as 0. Now x minus 1 equal to 0. Now here x equal to plus 3, when it comes on the other side, it becomes minus 3. Now minus 1, when it comes here, it becomes x equal to plus 1. So the roots of the quadratic equation is the roots of above quadratic equation. Minus 3 comma 1. These are the roots for the quadratic equation x square plus 2x minus 3.